After I caught my husband messaging his ex at 3 a.m., I didn't yell. I just replied as her. For 2 weeks, I played along. Got him to admit everything. Then I printed the entire conversation and put it in a gift box. At his birthday dinner, with his family around, I handed it to him and said, "You might want to read this before you blow out the candles." His sister grabbed the pages and read them out loud. I, 34 female, never thought I'd be here, writing this. But I need to get this off my chest. It still doesn't feel real sometimes. I've been married to Mark, 36 male, for 8 years. We met through work in Makati, here in Manila. Things were good, or I thought they were. We had our ups and downs like any couple, but nothing that felt like a red flag. Or maybe I just didn't want to see it. 3 weeks ago, something happened that changed everything. It was a Tuesday. I remember it clearly because we had sinigang for dinner, and I had a headache, so I went to bed early. Around 3 a.m. I woke up because I was thirsty. I got up to get a glass of water and noticed Mark wasn't in bed. I walked to the living room. The lights were off except for the soft glow from his phone. He was sitting on the couch, hunched over, typing quickly. When he saw me, he looked like a kid who just got caught stealing candy. He immediately locked his phone and smiled awkwardly. "You okay?" I asked. "Yeah, couldn't sleep. Just checking some emails," he said. I didn't push it. I went back to bed. But the way he looked at me, something felt off. Like a gut punch I couldn't explain. The next morning, I waited for him to get in the shower. I told myself, I'm probably just overthinking. But when I picked up his phone, my hands were already shaking. It was unlocked. He forgot to close his apps. I opened Messenger. There it was. Her name, Clara. His ex. The one he told me was just a silly college thing and that they ended on bad terms. They had been talking for weeks. Maybe longer. The messages were long. Flirty. Full of memories. He said he missed her. He said he wondered what it would have been like if they had stayed together. He even called her my what-if girl. I didn't cry. I didn't yell. I didn't even finish reading all of it. I just put the phone down and sat there for a long time. I don't know what came over me. Maybe it was the betrayal. Maybe it was the need to know everything. But I made a new email. I used one of Clara's old usernames from Facebook. I had done some harmless stalking years ago. I created a fake account, got a generic photo of a woman from Google, and messaged him. "Hey. It's Clara. Lost access to my old account. Wanted to reach out, smiley face," he replied in under 3 minutes. "Hey. Wow. I was wondering what happened to you. I'm glad you messaged." And just like that, I was Clara. I spent the next 2 weeks pretending to be his ex. Every time he left the house, I would check his phone, read the messages, and respond as her from my fake account. I learned more than I ever wanted to. He told her he felt stuck. He said our marriage was comfortable, but not exciting. He told her he sometimes looked at me and felt guilty because he imagined her face instead. He said he loved me in a way, but not like how he loved her. They joked about old times. They talked about songs they used to listen to. He even sent her a playlist. A damn Spotify playlist. And then he said he wanted to meet. Just for coffee. To catch up. I told him, as Clara, that I wasn't ready. That I wanted to take things slow. That I wanted him to be honest first. I asked, if you could do it all over again, would you still marry her? His reply? No, I didn't confront him. Not yet. I copied every single message. I made a Google Doc, printed it out, 40 pages in total. I highlighted the worst parts. His birthday was coming up. We planned a dinner with his whole family at this nice Filipino restaurant near Greenbelt. His parents were there. His sister, Anna, who always supported me. Even his godmother. He was smiling the whole night. Toasting, laughing, acting like the perfect husband. Then I gave him the gift. Just a simple box. Wrapped in brown paper. I looked him in the eye and said, "You might want to read this before you blow out the candles." He looked confused but opened it. He pulled out the stack of papers. At first, he didn't understand. Then his face changed. His hands started shaking. Anna leaned over. "What's that?" He didn't answer. So she grabbed the top pages and started reading. Out loud. The restaurant went quiet. You could hear forks drop. Plates stop clinking. She read his words, line by line. "Sometimes I imagine what life would be like if I married you instead. I feel like I'm with her out of obligation. I still dream about you. Sometimes even when she's lying next to me." His mother gasped. His father stood up and left the table. Anna kept reading. Page after page. Mark just sat there. Not saying a word. There's more, of course. What happened after? What he said. What I did next. But this post is long enough. I'll update if people want to know the rest. I'm still processing all of it. Some days I feel strong. Other days I feel like I can't breathe. But I'm glad I found the truth. Even if it shattered everything. Let me know if you want part 2. You said, continue the story, add conflicts or story twist, keeping the details sharp and the tone dramatic, use simple words, no ending yet. ChatGPT said, absolutely, here's the continuation, keeping the tone sharp, dramatic, and emotionally honest, all in that raw, Reddit-style simplicity. After Anna finished reading maybe 10 pages out loud, she stopped. Her hands were shaking. Mark still hadn't spoken. His face was red, not just from embarrassment, but from something deeper. Rage? Shame? I couldn't tell. His mother was crying quietly. His father still hadn't come back from outside. And the table, this birthday dinner table that was supposed to be all about celebration, was frozen. No one dared to chew. Even the waiter standing by the bar was watching. Then Mark finally said something. You set me up. His voice was low. Cold. Like I had betrayed him. I just stared at him. You were already cheating. I just gave you the chance to say everything you wanted to say. He slammed the box shut and stood up. We're leaving, he said, motioning to me. No, I said. You're leaving. He looked like he wanted to explode. You planned this? In front of my family? I didn't make you say any of those things, I said. You did that on your own. Anna stood up next. Sit down, Mark, she said. You don't get to walk out of this like some victim. He didn't. He just stormed off. No apology. No explanation. Nothing. Just grabbed his keys and walked out the restaurant door. 2 hours later, I was at home packing some clothes. I had nowhere specific to go. I just knew I didn't want to be in that apartment anymore. That's when I saw it, he had left his laptop open. Normally I wouldn't care, but something made me check it. Emails. Not just to Clara. But to 3 other women. Different threads. Different names. Different lies. Same exact patterns. And then I saw something else. One of the emails wasn't to a woman. It was to someone named Ray. Still no word from the investor. Might have to sell quick. Wife doesn't know anything yet. We'll stall her. Investor? Sell what? I kept reading. Turns out, Mark had borrowed money. A lot of it. Apparently, he was trying to invest in a condo unit with some old college buddy, but it flopped. Badly. He'd been trying to keep up payments with credit cards. Some shady borrowing apps too. He had drained one of our joint accounts without telling me. Over 400,000 Cuban pesos gone. That's when my legs gave out. I sat right there on the floor and cried. Not because of the cheating. Not anymore. But because this man was dragging me down with him. The next day, Anna called. "You okay?" she asked. I told her about the emails. The loans. The missing money. She went silent for a second. Then she said something I'll never forget. "Mark's been like this since we were kids. Always smiling. Always lying. He thinks if he doesn't admit something, it's not real." She told me their parents had bailed him out before. Gambling. Fake investment pitches. And that she wasn't surprised. Just sad it had finally reached me. Then she offered something: "You can stay with me if you need to. No pressure. Just, I don't want you going through this alone." A few days later, I did something I never thought I'd do. I messaged the real Clara. I wasn't mad. Not anymore. I needed answers. I found her real profile on Facebook. Sent her a message: "Hi. I know this is strange, but I'm Mark's wife. I think we need to talk." She replied the next morning. She agreed to meet. We chose a quiet cafe near Dillyman. I brought a folder of screenshots. Just in case she played dumb. She didn't. The moment I showed up, she looked at me and said, "You're not the first." What? She told me Mark had reached out to her months ago. But when she realized he was still married, she blocked him. Blocked him. The whole time I was pretending to be her, Mark never noticed he was talking to someone else. He just went along with it. "I should have warned you," she said. "But I didn't know how." I nodded. "Thank you for being honest now." We sat there for nearly 2 hours. And I learned just how deep the lies went. That night, back at Anna's apartment, I was lying on the couch when I got a message from a number I didn't recognize. It was a woman. Her name was Mia. She said she was Mark's coworker. "I hope you don't mind me messaging," she wrote. "I just found out about what happened. I didn't want to get involved, but he told me you were abusive." I froze. "He said you were controlling. That you threatened to hurt yourself if he ever left you. That you used his family against him." I stared at the screen for a long time. He was flipping the story. He was preparing people. So now, I'm not just dealing with betrayal. I'm dealing with a man who's trying to rewrite history. Who's already spreading lies about me to justify what he did. There's more coming. I can feel it. But so is my story. The real one. And I'm not done telling it yet. I thought I had uncovered everything. The cheating. The money. The lies. I was wrong. The next day, while I was still staying at Anna's place, she knocked on the guest room door. Her face looked tight, like she had been holding something in. "I need to show you something," she said. She pulled up her phone and showed me a Facebook post. It was from Mark's fake second account. A private profile under a different name, no photo, just the initials MJ. He had posted in a local Facebook group full of single parents. In the post, he wrote, "Looking for advice. I'm a single dad trying to get full custody. My wife has mental health issues and keeps threatening to harm herself. She's spreading lies to my family and friends. Any lawyers here who can help? Single dad? What the hell? Mark and I don't have kids. We've been trying for years. We even did IVF once, and it failed. So who was this dad act for?" Anna helped me dig. She was just as shaken as I was. With her help, we searched online, old threads, group posts, digital footprints. 2 nights later, we found it. A photo posted on the Instagram of a woman named Carla Ard, smiling next to Mark. Holding a toddler. Her caption read, "So proud of my little family." I swear I stopped breathing. I clicked through her profile. Most posts were private, but a few were visible. There were photos going back 3 years. 3 years. A whole other life. Mark. Carla. A kid who looked exactly like him. He didn't just cheat. He started a second family. I didn't scream. I didn't call. I didn't go to his office or blow up his spot. I sat with it for hours. Let it sink in. Then I texted him one line, "I know about Carla. And your son." He replied 2 minutes later, "You don't understand. Please don't do anything stupid. I can explain." Explain? What exactly was left to explain? But I let him talk. I wanted to hear it from him. I wanted him to look me in the eyes and say it. He came to Anna's condo the next night. She stayed in her room, but I could tell she was listening. Mark looked like he hadn't slept. He had dark circles under his eyes, and his shirt was wrinkled. Still wearing that nice guy mask he always used to hide behind. He sat down and started talking. And lying. Again. She was a mistake, he said. It was just once. She told me she was on the pill. I didn't even know about the baby until a year later. I wanted to tell you, but I didn't know how. You knew for 2 years and didn't say anything, I said. You planned your birthday dinner while you were hiding a child. He buried his face in his hands. I was trying to protect you. I laughed. I couldn't help it. A dry, empty laugh. No. You were protecting yourself. He didn't deny it. After he left, Anna came out of her room and slammed the door behind her. I'm done defending him, she said. You have no idea how long I've been covering for him. I looked at her. What do you mean? She pulled out her phone and opened an app. Screenshots. Dozens of them. Text conversations between Mark and Anna. Messages where he begged her to lie to me. Messages where he asked her to say I had anger issues. That I yelled a lot. That I refused counseling. She never did. But she never told me either. I thought I was helping, she said. I thought he'd stop. I didn't know about Carla. I swear. I believed her. Barely. But I believed her. The next day, I got a call from an unknown number. I let it go to voicemail. The message chilled me. It was Carla. I don't know who you are or what your problem is, but Mark told me you've been stalking me. If you come near my son, I will go to the police. She hung up. I stood in the hallway, gripping the phone so hard my knuckles turned white. He told her I was the problem. Not him. Me. He got her to think I was some bitter, jealous ex-wife trying to ruin their life. That I was a danger. He was already flipping the story again. This isn't over. Not by a long shot. There's more I haven't said. More I'm still finding out. But the truth is, Mark isn't just a liar. He's a manipulator. A con man in a nice shirt with soft eyes and a charming voice. And now, I'm not just trying to protect my heart. I'm trying to protect my name. A week after I got Carla's voicemail, I stopped responding to Mark. No texts. No calls. Nothing. Anna helped me talk to a lawyer. She even offered to testify if needed, to confirm the emotional and financial manipulation. I started gathering bank records, screenshots, everything I'd need in case Mark tried to twist things legally. Then I got a message. From his mom. Family dinner this Sunday. Please come. We need to talk about everything. At first, I said no. But then I thought, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time they heard the truth. All of it. We met at the same restaurant where I gave him the gift box weeks ago. Full circle, I guess. Everyone was there. His parents. Anna. Even a couple cousins I didn't expect. Mark walked in last. When he saw me, he gave me this look. Like he was the victim. Like I had embarrassed him, hurt him. It was incredible how quickly he could flip his expression to pity, like he was the one who needed comforting. His mom stood up and spoke first. I just want to say, we know this has gotten out of hand. We all love both of you. But we need to hear everything before we jump to sides. I nodded. Okay. Then let's talk. And I started. I laid it all out, the messages, the fake Clara account, the other women, the hidden loans, and finally, the second family. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't cry. I just told the truth. Mark didn't interrupt. Not at first. Then I pulled out the photo. The one of Carla and the baby. This is your grandson, I said to his parents. Mark has a 3-year-old son. And I didn't find out until last week. Gasps. Silence. His father looked like someone punched him in the chest. Then Mark stood up. Finally broke. Okay, fine, he shouted. You want the truth? You want all of it? He was shaking. I messed up. I didn't mean for it to go this far. Carla wasn't supposed to get pregnant. I was going to tell you. I just couldn't. His mom started crying. Anna said, you couldn't? Or you wouldn't? I didn't want to lose everything. Mark yelled. Everything I built with her. You think that was easy? Living a double life? You think I liked it? You chose it, I said. Because you were never satisfied, he shot back. You were always watching. Judging. Controlling everything I did. There it was. The twist of the knife. It's your fault. That's when I snapped. I stood up. Loud enough to make heads turn. You lied. You cheated. You drained my account. And now you're blaming me? You're not sorry, Mark. You're sorry you got caught. He didn't answer. His father finally spoke. Get out. Mark looked at him. What? You heard me. Get out. Mark tried to laugh it off, but no one laughed with him. Even his cousins looked away. I gave you everything, his mom said through tears. And this is who you are. He stormed out. Again. After he left, I just sat there. I felt nothing. No relief. No rage. Just empty. His mom apologized. Over and over. I told her not to. He made his choices, I said. No one else is to blame for that. Anna hugged me before I left. Tight. Like family. Like someone who saw me. I filed for annulment the following week. I emptied the rest of my stuff from our apartment. I didn't cry. I didn't look around one last time. I just packed. Like pulling a tooth that was rotting anyway. Carla never reached out again. Maybe she figured it out. Maybe she didn't. I didn't care. Mark sent me one final message. I hope one day you'll remember the good times. I left it on read. It's strange how you can live with someone for years, share a bed, make breakfast, laugh, plan holidays, and never really know them. It wasn't just the cheating. It was the layers of lies. The rehearsed guilt. The way he weaponized the truth against me. The way he made me feel like I was the crazy one. I used to think closure came from answers. But now I know, it comes from being done. Done doubting yourself. Done carrying someone else's guilt. Done pretending you can fix what they never wanted to fix. So here I am. Not healed. Not whole. But free. And that's a start. If you're reading this and you've been where I am, you're not weak for staying. But you're strong for leaving. Even if you leave piece by piece.